Hi guys, I am Geeta, the Pottymouth guru, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Cue music.
Potty, she talking naughty. Here to help your trouble, she don't judge nobody. Even if you're not at your top and it's a lie, she try to make you see a different train of thought.
If you like what you see here today, smash that like button, comment below, subscribe to my channel, click on that little bell thingamadooey so that you don't miss any of my videos. I'm gonna have one video coming out every single week. And if you find that this information is helpful and you know that there's someone who can benefit from it, please share that video with them. I am a therapist and a life coach, and my mission is help you to learn how to unfuck yourself so that you can become an architect of your own life and truly live the life that you were born for. What is today's topic? Today's topic is smash the motherfucking ants. What am I talking about, you ask? Automatic negative thoughts. Ants. So the ants that I'm talking about are not the little critters that are running around outside that people like to step on and burn with magnifying glass. What are ants? They're the first thought when you have a strong feeling or reaction to something, so AKA your trigger. It's the knee-jerk reaction rather than a well-informed, rational response. They are persistent and learned, often repeating themes like fear, danger, or self-worth issues. Ants are cognitive distortions that convince our minds of something that isn't really true. The PMG version is essentially we make shit up and then believe it's true, and that fucks up our lives. Ants is a term that was coined and made famous by Dr. Daniel Amen, who is a twice board-certified doctor and psychiatrist. And he is sort of leading the way when it comes to ants and how the fuck to get rid of them. So he is an awesome, awesome resource. I will link his shit below, so watch out for that in the description. Some fun facts about ants. Number one. So anthropologically speaking, it's absolutely normal for us to have negative thoughts. Everybody has negative thoughts, and this is not to be used as another form of beating the shit out of ourselves, because negative thoughts are actually there to keep us safe. Our ancestors survived because of their negative thoughts. They were always thinking about potential threats, like, is there a cougar in the forest there where I want to go pick some berries? It was a means for survival. So our brains are actually naturally geared for that because the negative thoughts are there to protect us against potential threat. Imagination is one of the most epic capacities of our human minds. We use it to imagine potential threats and to try to prevent them. But it can work the fuck against us because those negative thoughts can become this like fucked up habit that just like causes a domino effect of negative effects. So people who have tendencies towards anxiety or mental health issues can really struggle with ants because the ants can totally take over your brain activity, your mind activity, which turns into racing thoughts, and those racing thoughts can turn straight the fuck into panic attacks. So something to note is 90% of our thoughts are repetitive. And the University of Queen's in Kingston, Ontario recently did a study that showed that our minds race through 6,200 thoughts a day. 6,200 thought worms a day is actually their language. So that's a lot of thoughts. So if the majority of those thoughts are negative, that's gonna do some shit to our brain. If we do something enough, it becomes a neural pathway, which is how habits are formed and which is also exactly why they are so hard to break. How ants are harmful. Because they're motherfucking harmful. So first thing is that ants cause chronic stress, which actually 100% changes our brain. Every negative thought that we have alters the chemical makeup of our brain. This creates a toxic fucking cesspool of a negative waterfall of effects that ruin our fucking lives, our self-esteems, and our relationships. Bat them away. Fuck you, ants, out. Be gone, out. So what happens in our brains when we have negative thoughts? So we deplete our feel-good neurotransmitters. And what I'm talking about is dopamine and serotonin, the shit that makes us feel good. We deplete them with ants. It slows the production of BDNF, which is a protein required to form a new brain cell. So, get this. It shrinks our brain size whilst at the same time enlarging our amygdala, which is the brain's fear center. So basically, it makes us less intelligent and more afraid. Okay. So it increases our risk of psychiatric and neurodegenerative disease. So I'm talking about Alzheimer's and dementia. And it accelerates the brain's aging process. So negative thinking actually makes us fucking older. It ages our brain. So you might think that your ants are keeping you safe, but what they're actually doing is holding you fucking hostage in a cycle of stress that keeps you suffering. So our minds actually trick us into thinking that ants are accurate and logical when in actuality they're a motherfucking lie. Our brains are automatically geared to try to find evidence that that negative thought is true. Talk about fucking internal gaslighting. So here are some examples of ants to help you sort of wrap your head around what they look like, all the different ways that ants can pop up and fuck with our shit. So number one, so black and white thinking. So using words like always, never, every. So I'm never gonna get in shape. I always fail tests. Everyone gets it but me. Number two, focusing on the negative. I really love the Oscar Wilde quote that we are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. So ants dismiss the good and focus only on the negative. Number three, psychic, like Nostradamus thinking. So the whole idea of knowing that the worst possible case scenario will happen no matter fucking what. So if the knee jerk to anything new or any new situation is that's never gonna work, that, my friend, is a cognitive distortion. Number four, mind reading. So with these ants, you think that you fucking know what people are thinking, and they're thinking horrible, nasty, rotten things about you. And you assume that that's true. I made a rhyme. So it's like wrongly assuming that people are thinking a bunch of shit about you or talking a bunch of trash about you. Number five, thinking with our feelings. So it's having negative feelings without even questioning them. So for example, if it's a situation where you feel stupid, it's really common for ants to take it to the whole next motherfucking level and say that you are stupid. So say we're looking at like nuclear physics. I feel really fucking stupid when I read about that shit or fucking watch shit like that, but that doesn't mean I am stupid. It means that there's like a whole realm or world that I just don't know about, therefore I don't fucking know about it. But that doesn't mean that I'm stupid. I'm actually quite smart. My mother always said that to me. Number six, being ruled by shoulds. Oh my fucking God, this is the most venomous, toxic cesspool of shit out there. I should do this. I should have done that. I have to do this. Bad. So Dr. Amen calls this guilt beatings. I think that's very fucking appropriate because this is a great way to abuse ourselves. Being like, I should go to the gym more often. I shouldn't eat those cookies. I have to meditate every fucking day, all the time. And let's face it, guys. Guilting ourselves, or other people for that matter, isn't really very effective, is it? Number seven, labeling. Oh my God, get this the fuck out of your world as well. So things like fat, stupid, loser, lazy. Don't do this to yourself and don't do it to others because it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy and it could really fuck up important relationships. Number eight, taking things personally. So for those folks who have a fuckload of ants, the next statement coming out of my mouth is going to be difficult for you. But here it is anyways. The world does not revolve around you. The world does not revolve around you. People aren't thinking about you as much as you might think. They really aren't. They're worried about themselves and people thinking about them. So I use this example because my background's in the performing arts and I used to be a dancer. And in dance class, and like, fuck, we were told this all the time. Like, we were paranoid because it's a mirror. And so you think that everybody's like looking at you and you're all like fucking paranoid and insecure when really they're just looking at themselves and wondering exactly the same thing. Are people looking at me? Do they think I look fucking fat, or am I doing the steps right? And when really everyone's just worried about themselves, worrying that other people are thinking a whole bunch of things about them, so they're not actually thinking things about other people. So for example, if someone's having a shit day and they're being grumpy about it, it's likely not the fuck about you. They might have had a bad night. They might be dealing with illness. Something might be wrong with their mom. Their dog might have just died. It's nothing to do with you. They're just having a shit day. So ultimately, when people are tripping balls, the key is not my circus, not my monkeys. Number 9, blame. Don't blame other people for your shit, okay? Only you are responsible for your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, your perceptions, everything. So there's no like, he made me do this or she made me hit her. No, man. We are responsible for how we see the world. We're responsible for what we do about how we see the world. All of it lies on us. So blame is a toxic, shitty little ant. So guys, don't believe everything you think. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Stay tuned for next week when I teach you how to deal with those motherfucking ants. It is a handy, handy skill set to have so that we can learn how to conquer our minds and become architects of our own lives, and how to unfuck ourselves ultimately, because this is the big one that we have to overcome. Anyways, have a dope-ass weekend. And again, if you like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, click on that little bell thingy so that you can get notifications. I have videos coming out every single Friday. And all the best to you and your peeps. Peace out, motherfuckers.